Welcome back, Aharon Wheels Bolsta.
Just getting it going here. Here we go. I got to change my screen. How do I get myself in the full picture here again?
I do it.
Uh, it's
There
been,
you go.
oh, there we go. It's been a while. So, hi, everybody. Um, that sounded great. The singer who was just on, great stuff. Thank you. Um, so those of you who know me probably know that my main thing isn't singing. Oh, actually, let me just ask you, how's the sound right now? Because I
Sounds
usually
fine.
use a microphone and I don't have one today. So
Oh, so you're using the computer?
I'm just using the computer sound.
It's okay. It's fine. It sounds good.
Okay. All right. Because I could, well, we'll do a quick little test of the instruments. But so today, you know, I'll give you a quick sketch. Well, I'm teaching in schools full time now, so I don't end up having a lot of time or energy really to play concerts. So it's nice to be here. We moved away from the Bay Area about 3 years ago, and so I just had my birthday a few days ago. I share a birthday with the great poet Robert Burns, the Scottish poet and song collector. So uh, I don't get to see, most of the people that I've been celebrating my birthday with my whole life. I don't see because we moved away. We're in Ashland, Oregon. So I see a few friends, but most of my people are still back in the Bay Area, or how it is. The last couple of years, everybody's moved all over the place. Um, so this is a nice way to say hello. I don't know if any of my friends are actually going to be like live during the stream, but if they are, great. And if not, I'm sharing my birthday concert with everybody who's here. So it's a pleasure to be here. For those of you who know my music, I don't usually sing. I'm not a songwriter like many of the performers here, but I do sing sometimes. The fact is, I'm probably not going to sing very much today because I was up late till 3 in the morning at a Dirtwire concert where I was helping out the band. My friends have a band called Dirtwire. It's a great band. If you don't know about them, definitely check them out. They just played in the Bay Area a couple days ago. But I was the jaw harp. I was manning the jaw harp booth, the merchandise booth, selling. I guess sold like 7 or 8 jaw harps. So I'll play a little jaw harp for you. I'm gonna play mostly the hong. Um, some of you have seen this before. The handpan, and because it's my birthday, I just want to give a little tribute, like honor my parents who are all deceased. My biological father, my stepfather, my mother have all passed away in the last 10 years. Or actually, well, you don't need to know the details, but it's been a little while since I've had any actual parents in the world. But they were really great parents, and since it's my birthday, I wanted to thank them. And yeah, um, you can see some of their art, like my mother and stepfather um, were when they first met. My stepfather was a potter, and my mother is a painter and art, illustrator, artist. And so when they collaborated, they ended up making plates like this. So you can see this is one example of their ceramics. But my mother has lots of art out in the world, and she lives on in many ways, and that's one of the ways. And also, they supported me to play music. They introduced me to most of my favorite music. So they were a really good influence in that way, and um, I love them. So I'll just leave it at that and start the music. So let's see. Oh, I'm also a man of many hats. So I am gonna start out actually with a different hat. Sorry. Let's see here. Magical transformation. All right. Um, So this is a jaw harp from Rajasthan, which is the Western Desert Province in India. And I'm just gonna play, I think I'll go with the theme of playing songs in 7 for the most part today. So 7, what I mean is, most of the songs that we hear are in 4/4 or maybe a waltz like 3/4 or 6/8. But as a tabla player and as a musician who plays music from India and the Balkans and Middle East, and of course American music, I like to play as much in 7 or 5 as I have the opportunity to. Just I think it has different effect on the whole mentality and the well-being of the listener and the player. So all rhythm is good, and here we go. So if you're not sure about how to count 7, you can think of it as 3 + 4 or 4 + 3 in terms of the eighth notes or the quarter notes. So for example, I'll go takita takadimi, takita takadimi, where takita is 3, takadimi is 4. Takita takadimi, takita takadimi. Thank you. Could you hear, how much of that could you hear like well? Were you getting any of the nuances, or did it sound like just a bunch of noise?
we heard it.
Yeah, good. Okay. So these are made in Rajasthan, and that's why they have that really strong sound. But actually this style, most jaw harps you'll see have the rounded, like a shape of a spade or something. But this is the kind of jaw harp. Sorry that I'm getting the I'm going right and the image is going left, so it's confusing me. But a little closer. Jaw harps from Rajasthan because they have these markings here, and people in Rajasthan who make these are some of the only ones who put markings on their instruments to show you. A lot of times in other countries, you'll see the instruments are they'll sign it in some way with their letters of their name or something. But so these are all hand forged, in the fire. And the cool thing about this one, this shape is actually the kind of jaw harp that they play in Afghanistan. So this is an Afghan style jaw harp with the straight edges there, that is made in Rajasthan. So when you look at a map, you see Rajasthan is not far from Afghanistan. It's just you hop through Pakistan and you're there. So it's not surprising, that they have this kind of cross-pollination going on. So, all right, time for another hat. I'm saving the best for last. So I'm gonna hold off on that. And I'm gonna put on, this is my hat from Spain. I was fortunate enough to go on tour in Spain this past summer, and I got this hat. So now I'm gonna change the angle here so you can see what I'm doing. All right, you can see that pretty well. You don't need to see me so much, but there we go. So this will just be a little exploration. Let me check the time here. Okay. When did we start? 4:20. All right, so I have about 12 minutes. Okay, good. All right. So this is a tone drum. A lot of you have seen these. Most of the time, what happens with these instruments is they end up in a preschool or a kindergarten or someone's kids' room getting kind of beat up, and they don't often sound that good. But usually when they start out, they sound great. And this is a good example. This is one that I've been very careful with moving, many times, but always being careful to move this carefully. I haven't played it in a concert in many years. So they call it a slit drum or a tone drum. And you'll notice when you hear it, it's got a very unusual scale. I'll play the scale. I'll try to play the scale for you. It's totally counterintuitive. It's not set up like a xylophone where you can just play right down the scale up and down. It's, I'll just give you an example. So the highest note is up here. Oh, sorry. There we go. Okay, so you have a chromatic run. Oh, sorry. Now, the person who made this, I don't know how they got the idea to make a scale like this, but you'll get to hear a little exploration here, kind of in the Indian style of an alap, like a raga. So. So, what I'm doing here, when I explore a scale instrumentally, I like to have a conversation between a couple of different intervals. And
do you have your original sound on? We lost your sound for a second. Do you have your original sound?
I do have you couldn't hear me at all? Oh, maybe it wasn't loud enough.
No, the original sound you have to turn on every meeting now.
Oh, no, it's on. It's been on.
Okay.
I'm just saying it might not have been loud enough. Let me try the high fidelity music mode.
Okay.
Yeah. And I guess I'll keep the echo cancellation.
Yeah. Check all three of those.
Check all three. Okay. All right. So could you hear any of what I just played at all?
Well, we could, and then it just went away.
But when I started talking, probably. Okay. I'll stop talking then.
No, we heard you talking, but your playing disappeared.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All I was saying is I like to explore the conversation between two notes. Can't hear it? Okay.
It's weird. I can hear you talk. I can't hear your instrument.
All right. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what that is. Maybe that's your microphone. I don't know.
Well, here, I'm going to turn the microphone way up. You can probably hear me too loud now, but let's go back. I'll leave them all three on. I'll try this one more time, and then I'm just going to switch instruments if it doesn't work, okay?
Okay.
Maybe that's better?
Sounded like it. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to leave it at that because I want to move on to the hung, but I hope you got to hear that a little bit. And what I'm talking about basically is conversations between two notes, such as or, and then those clusters having a conversation with the others. It's basically chords. You know, most songs really are only made up of 2 or 3 chords. And so I like to find where the chords are, and that guides me through the improvisation. So that might be more apparent in when I play this instrument. So let's do a quick test of that, okay? Oh, what happened here? Okay. You know what? I just looked in the top corner. Even though I had it checked, it had turned off. The original sound had turned off. That's probably what the problem was. So how's this?
That's good.
Okay. Time for another hat then. Now, just so you know, for everybody who's listening, most of the time, if you see me out in public playing a concert, I'm playing drum set in, like, you know, a jazz band or something, or a Broadway musical. So this is this is what I love to do. And then, you know, I also love to play drum set. And sometimes I think I've done that once or twice for the QuaranPalooza. But anyway. All right, I think I meant to and it didn't happen. Okay, so we have 4 minutes for this improvisation. I dedicate this to all of my friends who share the same birthday, including my friend Yogi Henlin, Yogi Pretayado, who we share instruments, and he's my birthday twin, and along with Robert Burns and Virginia Woolf, the writer. So, green grow the rushes. Let's bring it back to the 7. So what we like to do in Indian music is we'll take 4/4 and then we'll transform it into 7 by breaking up the quarter note in 7 instead of 4. at a time, so I'm just going to let this ride out into the sunset of my birthday week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
So somebody asked, that's a hand pan, but it has another name, right?
Yes, it does. Oh, there we go. So really quickly, I'll just tell you, this is a hand pan. This is actually one of the original ones. This one is from 2000 and maybe 4 or 5. And it's from Switzerland. It's handmade in Switzerland, and it's called the Hang. They spell it like H-A-N-G, like you're hanging out, right? Hang. People make a lot of puns, as you can imagine. So yeah, I play the Hang, but in Switzerland they call it the Hang, and the Hang actually means hand in the dialect in Bern, Switzerland, Bernese. So it's the idea is that you have a steel drum that you play with your hand instead of using sticks. There are many other hand pans out there. The whole family is called a hand pan. These ones inspired a lot of makers all over the world. So the most famous ones are the Saraz, the Halo. There's a bunch. So these ones are pretty much impossible to get anymore. They don't sell them anymore, but there are many makers that make really good ones. So if you want, you feel free to reach out to me if you want to know more information, and I can point you in the right direction if you want to try to find one. There's usually a waiting list, so a few months at least.
Well, thank you very much. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Great set. All right, next.